Confirmed cases of the COVID-19 coronavirus has been on the increase. Businesses are coping with lost revenue and disrupted supply chains as factory shutdowns and quarantine measures spread across the globe, restricting movement and commerce. The International Monetary Fund has said the coronavirus pandemic has instigated a global economic downturn, the likes of which the world has not experienced since the Great Depression. Although it has said that the coronavirus has plunged the world into a crisis like no other, it does expect global growth to rise to 5.8% next year if the pandemic fades in the second half of the year. Nigeria has a population of approximately 200 million. The population of Nigeria represents 2.35% of the world's total population, arguably means 1 in every 45 people on the planet lives in Nigeria. Nigeria has the biggest economy in Africa and some of the largest energy and mineral deposits in the world, yet she's the poverty capital of the world. She has Africa's richest man and Africa's poorest man, Africa's richest and highest paid politicians, but 40% of Nigerians live below $1 per day. That's 4 out of every 10 people in Nigeria live below 360 naira per day. 23.1% of Nigerians are unemployed. Out of its teeming youth population, over 45% of the total population, 36.5 are unemployed. In 2019, according to the Statistical Research Development, the Nigerian states of Sokoto and Taraba had the largest percentage of people living below the poverty line. The lowest poverty rates were recorded in South and Southwestern states. In Lagos, this figure equated to 4.5%, the lowest rate in Nigeria. The national poverty rate currently stands at 40.9%, representing 82.9 million persons, the National Bureau of Statistics has said. According to the 2019 Poverty and Inequality in Nigeria report, the statistical agency urban poverty rate stood at 18.4%, while the rural poverty rate is estimated at 52.10%. The highest poverty rate was recorded in Sokoto, 87.72%, while the lowest rate was in Lagos at 4.50%. The World Bank stated that besides conflict, climate-related factors and caused additional displacement in North and the Middle Belt regions of the country, in 2018, flooding affected 80% of the country and triggered more than 600,000 displacements. The World Bank added that 71 million Nigerians lack access to improved water, while 130 million do not meet the Millennium Development Goal standards for sanitation. Nigeria, which has been dubbed the poverty capital of the world, moved 11 million of its citizens out of poverty in 10 years, the National Bureau of Statistics has said. 4 out of 10 individuals in Nigeria were reported to have real per capita expenditures below 137,000 per year. According to the World Bank, the current economic situation and the level of employment in Nigeria would be key contributors to the increased extreme poverty, estimated to increase by 30 million in 2030. Goal 1, 3, 8, and 17 all share the common aim of leaving no one behind. The elimination of poverty, quest for good health and well-being, reduce inequalities, and security is important to a nation. For a nation blessed with so many natural and human resources, a vibrant young labor force, and its rich cultural heritage, why has the claws of poverty tightened its grip in Nigeria? And what does the future hold? You're watching Global Agenda. I am Ukemere Tokwa.
You know, poverty has different levels. The poverty of the mind is worse than the poverty of clothing or of food. Because when you are poor and you have, if you don't have food, people give you food, then you're okay. They give you means of livelihood. If you don't have clothing, people give you clothing and you're okay. But the poverty of the mind, I think that is what is devastating. A lot of people are insane. And I believe for you to have many cars, many houses, you are insane and you stole that from Nigerians. I think the issue is even too much resources. We have a lot of resources. But there is a capture by the elite, by the politicians, of the resources that need to go down to the people. Leadership is very key. Selfless leadership is very key, because mismanagement, I met a lot of people, I travel a lot, so where you meet people, they will tell you outright that Nigeria is such a great country, but the problem is the leadership. Are we getting it right? Is it the kind of leaders today? Because you need to look at a lot of things surrounding us. You have the politicians, the National Assembly, for example, if you want to do some analysis at that level. How much is the payment of the National Assembly members? The senators and the House of Representative members, how are they amassing? You find out that the president will do a budget, and then the president takes it to the National Assembly, and what you are finding out is that they have to build it up. And it's really amazing when you look at the rules. We have the government, we have the local government. 774 local governments in Nigeria. Some states added even more. And then you have a National Assembly member, you give them 200 million every year and say, go and implement constituency this thing. What do they know about constituency what? They don't have the machinery. From what I was taught, from the little things that I know, that government administration is different from a personal life. When you borrow money for someone else to come and do the payment, that is tragic. What are you putting in place? And that has showed itself before, because the Obasanjo administration borrowed money in 1978. The drums that were rolled, that money that we paid back, $30-something billion that we pay back, and we were forgiven 18 billion for a 4 billion that was borrowed by Obasanjo, but it was his administration that came back and tried to pay it back because he remembered. We are marching out, we'll make sure that people account for what they have taken. You will never sleep. It will not be a normal thing again, because we have, we are asking and mobilizing citizens, mass movement to say, stand up right for Nigeria. If you take the money of Nigerians, we will hunt you until you account for it. People have been locked down for about a week, about 2 weeks, about 3 weeks, about 4 weeks. We knew that hunger and panic had set in. And so we had to go into, funding processes, going to work with our partners to try to supply, palliatives, food supplies. We have no choice about that.
How long will it take the future leaders of tomorrow to pay the debts of today? To properly have a sustainable society and to alleviate poverty, changes must be made today. I am Okemere Tukwa, and you're watching Global Agenda.